Why the hell would Joe Biden trade Brittney Griner for anyone at all? She means absolutely nothing. There is nothing special about her at all. Wait, I take that back. She is a special kind of stupid. She thought that she could transport a felony across multiple jurisdictions and into other countries where it was a felony. We have actual human beings who actually fought for this country who are still over there in Russia. Why the hell does Brittney Griner matter so much? She doesn't. This has nothing to do with right or wrong. It has to do with appeasing assholes. It has to do with making the LGBT happy. It has to do with making BLM happy. It has to do with, well, making everybody happy but the ones doing the work. I fight for equal rights, and I am completely disgusted by this Brittney Griner crap. Me and her have the same birthday, October 18th. She was born in 1990. I was born in 1980. I gotta tell you, there is very few things that are capable of making me as disgusted as this. You'd have to go all the way back to Epstein. Or taking a look at my situation. You don't care about Americans. You care about racists. And you care about sexists. Very specifically, you care about racist black people. It's okay to be racist, apparently, if you're black. It's okay to be racist against white people if you're black. This is the message that has been sold to us loud and fucking clear. The LGBT community thinks that they deserve special treatment and should not get in trouble for anything they do. Same thing with BLM. You know, I'm about sick of sticking up for a bunch of assholes who are fucking self-serving and don't give a holy goddamn about anybody but themselves. I'm sick of it. I am disgusted by it. Brittney Griner belongs in prison. She belongs there. She doesn't belong there because she's a woman. She doesn't belong there because she's black. She doesn't belong there because she's LGBT. She belongs there because she's got no fucking reality to actually base any decisions on. She lived in her own fucking fantasy world. Obviously, homosexuals, black people, and women are not that bad off in this fucking country. Obviously, all of these groups that, sure, back in the day, they may have been fucking oppressed, but now they're not. I don't owe it to you to risk the lives of my family, my friends, and myself just because you're a racist asshole. You don't get a free fucking pass just because you're a dude who sucks dick. Wait, yes you do. Brittney Griner is showing exactly what is wrong with the United States and its people. We don't care about our people. I mean, look at how many homosexuals have been assholes to me that want to bitch because obviously their lives must be worse than mine because they suck dick. No, dude. Your mouth might taste like shit afterwards, but you're the one who sucked that dick. If your mouth tastes like shit, that's your own doing. There's a big difference between being accepted and shoving something in our face. I'm not heterosexual. I'm not into men or women, which means that I am technically part of the LGBT community. But then again, you got to ask which person. Oh, you have to be gay or lesbian. Well, I happen to know a few bisexual people. Do they count? How about if they're not interested in sex? Well, no, it all comes down to which individual wants to judge who it is that's allowed to be a part of their fucking group. Oh my God, you can't be black. You're like a half black person. You can't be a part of our group. Oh my God, you're half white. Oh my God. We're ignoring real problems so that we can appease minorities in this country who, no disrespect whatsoever, but I don't fucking owe you. I don't owe you for sucking dick. I don't owe you for dealing drugs. I don't owe you for munching box. I don't owe you for being black. I don't owe you for being a woman. You are getting special treatment, and that special treatment has put every single American in jeopardy. But you are selfish and think only you matter and only what you want matters. That makes you a piece of shit, and it makes you un-American. But then again, we don't have any real Americans in America today, do we? No, we don't. There's only one person I know who's actually fighting for the Constitution, and that's me. Not Brittney Griner, not the police, not BLM. Brittney Griner belongs in prison. In prison. Now, I want to tell you something. Here in the United States, marijuana is legal in some places. You see this? This? I want you to take a look at it. You see this? It's not illegal. I know that if I drive across state borders with it, that I've committed a felony. That's a state border, not a national border. You see this right here? There's a reason that I'm not driving into Idaho like a fucking moron. This is illegal in Idaho. However, according to federal law, transporting it across state lines is also against the law. It's a felony. So even Washington State, where it's legal, and here in Oregon, where it's legal, it's still illegal to hop across the border with it. So we're supposed to pretend Brittney Griner was ignorant and didn't know any better. Poor her, poor her. They only targeted her because she's black. They only targeted her because she's a lesbian. They only targeted her because she's a woman. Blah, blah, fucking blah. Shut up. You broke the law, you dumb cunt. I reserve the word cunt for very specific people and situations. If your narrative gets innocent people killed, you're a cunt. Congratulations, Brittney Griner, you're a cunt. Congratulations to everybody who helped make that happen. You showed that morality doesn't make a goddamn bit of difference. Sexism is what matters here. Racism is what matters here. You will support racism as long as it's against white people. You will support sexism as long as it is against men. Well, guess what? There's a lot of men in the United States who are refusing to go to work. They don't want to give their entire lives to a bunch of women and homosexuals. Why is that? Is it because they don't like women or homosexuals? No, it's because how much can you expect somebody to give to a bunch of people who are unfucking grateful? No matter how much I fight for the rights of black people, I get told it's my fault. It's my fault because I'm white. Or it's my fault because I'm straight. Well, I'm not fucking straight, assholes. I'm not interested in men, but I'm not interested in women either. Now, one lady wanted to argue with me, and she said, oh, well, you're non-binary. You do technically fit into the LGBT community. Why are you so angry with the LGBT community? This should be a no fucking brainer here. Equality. Bullshit. Special rights is what we got. I stick up for homosexuals. I'm fine with Brittney Griner being gay. I'm fine with her being black. I'm fine with her being a woman. I'm not fine with her getting special fucking treatment because she's black. Or special treatment because she's a woman. Or special treatment because she's gay. That's not fucking equality. This shows why it is that we cannot listen to any of the narratives from any of these groups. If you're just going to believe what your granddaddy taught you it's all white people's fault. Well, guess what? Our granddaddies taught us ignorant bullshit too. That's right. They taught us that black people are inferior. Our granddaddies taught us that women's job is in the kitchen. Our granddaddies taught us all sorts of shit that we don't have to follow. I don't follow what my granddaddy taught, and I don't follow what my granddaddy did. I barely knew my grandpa Schwartz. All I remember about him is he kept stubble on his chin so he'd give his chin rubs. But my grandpa Bruns, that's my grandpa on my mom's side. Well, he shouldn't have raped his own daughter. He should have considered that. Not all white people are wonderful people, and not every white person who was arrested was targeted. Brittney Griner wasn't targeted. She fucked up. She screwed up. She didn't make a mistake. She intentionally, knowingly, and willingly broke the fucking law. Now me, how many times have I knowingly, willingly, and intentionally broken the law? Hundreds. Big fucking difference though. Where are the lives at stake with Brittney Griner? Where are the lives that are at stake over that? Let's ask her how many times she was abused by the guards in the Russian prison. We'll ask her. She comes back to America after having an international debacle and making us all look bad, right? Isn't that what it's all about? Image? She made us all look bad? No, you made you all look bad. And you're still making you look bad. Because while you want to stream out for blood over trivial shit, you're allowing people to go free simply because you are racist. You are sexist. She deserves special treatment because she's a woman and she got it, right? She deserves special treatment because she's alternate lifestyle, LGBT. So she got that too, didn't she? Meanwhile, none of that would have made any difference if she wasn't fucking famous. Now, why is it she went from being a pathetic excuse for almost famous to what she is now, which is infamous? I remember back during the 90s, right? We had a couple of football stars that they tested positive for steroids. And they were no longer allowed to play in the NFL. They were kicked out of the NFL. And I get that's not basketball. You can say, oh, it's different. That's football, not basketball. We had football players that were removed for smoking pot. We had football players who were removed for messing with steroids. We had also baseball players, same thing, steroids. Who are you going to believe? Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa? Or are you going to believe the doctors? That's a tough one to ask. It's a tough one to answer. It's also something that continues to this day with male sports stars. Someone calling themselves Valiant Thor typed the media ignores 99.9% of the comments condemning the Brittney Griner trade. Yep. Well, that's because we are owned by minority groups. The United States is... How best do I explain this? We're being held for ransom. We are being terrorized by minority groups. We're being terrorized by black people, not just BLM. We've got black people all over America terrorizing people and have been for years and are getting away with it blatantly. We've got homosexuals and LGBT community individuals who are obviously up to no good, obviously doing wrong things. Now, is it because they're gay or lesbian that they're doing wrong things? No, it's because they are selfish. When you teach a particular group wrong things and then you do nothing to correct it, you have nobody to blame but yourself for the repercussions. You know, you're going to fight for black rights. Why don't you fight for the actual victims? Brittney Griner is not a victim. If you're going to fight for LGBT rights, fight for those rights. Fight for the victims. Brittney Griner is not the victim. Again, she's not the fucking victim. Now, me personally, I see it as what's called a victimless crime. I don't see her smoking pot as something that should be illegal. But it is illegal. She's aware that it's illegal. She knew it was illegal. She knew it was illegal before she did it, and ignorance of the law is no excuse. Unless, of course, you're a police officer. Y'all know what I'm talking about on that one, don't you? Now, I do have things in here that, well, for example, I got 2 pipes in my vehicle. I got an aluminum pipe that's for my tobacco. And I have an Eagle pipe that I don't use. It's been sitting in my glove box for about 2 months. A guy gave this to me so I could smoke pot out of it, and I haven't smoked any pot out of it. I also know that it's legal here in the state of Oregon. I also know there's a lot of things that are illegal. Like for me, I'm well aware that if I pull out my pot and I put it in that pipe, I'm homeless. So even though it's legal, it's illegal for me to smoke it because I don't have what they require by law to smoke it legally in my own residence. I don't have any friends in the area who I can go smoke pot at their house either. So I've got pot. Why do I have pot? Because getting in with the homeless community doesn't work when they think your shit don't stink. It doesn't matter how much work Brittney Griner put in. It doesn't matter how good she is at basketball. It doesn't matter how good she is at munching carpet or kissing ass. What matters is we just put every citizen of the world at a much higher risk of being murdered or killed. And we did it to appease a bunch of wine tits that will never be happy as long as we keep giving them free shit at our expense. Special rights, that's free shit. I'm against special rights. If I see a black man getting his ass beat, well, I'm gonna do something. If I see a woman getting cocked in the back of the head, I'm gonna say something. You guys don't believe me? Well, that's on my channel, asshole. While you guys were bitching about Brittney Griner, I was sticking up for people in the United States of America who are actually being abused. You want to feel sorry for Brittney? You want to feel fucking sorry for Brittney? Gross. Disgusting. You're sexist and you're racist, and you have no room to call anybody a homophobe because obviously you think that special rights should only be for your group while you talk about equality, while you make things worse for all of us, yourself included. But it don't matter, you're selfish. That's all you care about is what you want, what you want, what you want. And if you don't get what you want, you will harm people. Why is the United States bowing down to hate groups like BLM? Hate groups like LGBT Pride? Hate groups like Me Too? Well, because they're cowards. And they know if they don't give people what they want, those people very well may pick up firearms, walk into the California Senate, and let America know, hey, if you walk into a California Senate with firearms, then the California Senate will show you how afraid they are of your firearms and why it is we have the Second Amendment. You want to protect your friends and family? It starts with the Second Amendment. No, it doesn't. It starts with the First Amendment. Alright, so we got this Valiant Thor guy. I guess I should take another screenshot. He retracted a comment. He typed, trading Griner for bout is like trading a vape cartridge for an AK-47. I agree 100%. Oh, he retracted it though. I'm going to tell you something, Valiant. Or Valiant Thor. Hiding your words is cowardly. You may not see it that way, but I do. Primarily because many people told me things that, well, they were untrue. They turned out to be entirely untrue, but I'm supposed to just believe them because they said it. Well, that's just dumb. Be accountable to your words. I'm an asshole. I really am. I'm not a very fucking nice person. My friends are dead and my life is hell. I don't owe it to you to pretend that I'm happy all the fucking time. And when it comes to pampered princesses, whether they be male or female, if you're getting special fucking treatment, I'm gonna speak out. Brittney Griner has gotten special treatment from the very start of this. The fact is, we never should have heard another thing about her. We shouldn't have. If she were anybody else in this fucking country, going over to Russia and having that happen, we'd have never heard another thing about her. Nobody would fucking care. I got pot. I got the ability to get stoned all day long if I fucking want to. And I can drive around stoned all day long. But I don't. I don't even like pot. Why do I keep pot? Because I don't fuck with alcohol and I don't fuck with meth. Homeless community don't trust anybody who's squeaky clean. There's a lot of people out here who have real problems. Here in America, you'll throw away a homeless person and incarcerate them literally for nothing. Anybody makes any claim at all about the homeless, you assume that it must be right. But if a black woman breaks the law, we're supposed to pretend that she's in trouble because she was targeted for being black. If a woman breaks the law, we're supposed to pretend that she was targeted for being a woman. If somebody who is a flaming homosexual gets in trouble, we get to hear all about how they were targeted because they sucked dick. Fucking hell, no, you got busted because you're dumb. When I break the law, I know I'm breaking the law and I fucking admit it. Valiant Thor type, the results have mostly been disastrous. The results of what? Giving people free reign? Sure, we feel sorry for minority groups, but now we gave them everything. We gave them every part of our life. We gave up all of our rights as human beings for their false narrative. Yes, we know there are racists, but not every white person in America is a Negro hanging racist. Not every Albinubian has a Nubian hanging in their front yard. He's messenger tracked. And I'm going to tell you something, Valiant Thor. Be true to your words. If you're going to hide them, well, I'm just going to block you from my channel. If you've got an opinion, keep your opinion. Either you keep it to yourself or you say it loud and proud. See, that's where lots of people wanted to tell me pretty bullshit, but it all ended up bullshit. It's bullshit. If it were the truth, you'd say it in public, you'd be true to your words. But you're not. You're not. You're erasing them. You're attracting your messages. You want to have an opinion, but you don't want to have consequences for your opinions. Well, here in America, there are supposed to be consequences for your opinions. Here in America, the way we're told it's supposed to work, your opinion is that Biden should be president. So you go down to the polling booth, and of course you make your opinion known. If that doesn't work, what did the South do when they didn't get what they wanted? When the only issue on the ballot was slavery. Well, the South left the Union. If they get what they want, they'll stick around. If they don't get what they want, they leave. Sure, it's a democracy, but, well, sometimes democracy just means all the idiots are on the same side. Did you know that the Civil War was fought over something that less than 1% of Southerners had? Less than 1% of Southerners had slaves. Let's see, Valiant Thor typed the applied science we use in the black budget world is at least 250 years ahead of any technology publicly available. Well, that could be, who knows. I severely doubt it, because we cannot advance 250 years in the future like that. What we can do, since we are time travelers, is we can wait 250 years and see where it's actually at in 250 years. Yes, we all travel through time, we only travel one direction. Now, Valiant Thor, being as he is afraid of his own words, we're just going to block him. How to use her on this channel. Easy. Be true to your words. Now for me, I had to do a lot of desperate things. And say some pretty goddamn desperate things. And then of course people want to pass judgment on me, instead of missing the lesson entirely. Like, hold on a second. It's not illegal to do these things to me, but it's illegal for me to do them back. It's not illegal for people to do those things to me, but if they pretend that I might do it to them, that I'm somehow committed a criminal act. No, this racism against white people, this sexism against men, and all of this BS towards heterosexuals, it's all hate from actual hate groups. LGBT is a hate group. BLM is a hate group. The KKK is a hate group. Me Too is a hate group. Screw the Me Too movement. No victim left behind. No victim left behind. Brittney Griner ain't a victim.